Hey guys, Ken Wentworth, Mr. Biz here. Just in case you're wondering where you're at, you're in Steeler country, just so you know. Hey guys, down in the man cave here, getting ready to go out and celebrate Mrs. Biz's birthday. And before I wanted to pop on here. If you're considering expanding your business, I wanted to throw a couple of things out there to make sure you're probably thinking about these things, but if not, maybe it'll jog your memory a little bit. And some very important things if you're expanding, specifically in this case, geographically, your business. So these are the kind of things we cover in my program, video program, and live session program, Pathway to More Profits. You can find that at MrBizProgram.com. Check it out, 5-week program, good stuff. But anyway, back to expansion. So a big important thing is, especially if you're expanding to something that's further away from let's say your home base, maybe your warehouse, your office, whatever it might be, is there's additional costs associated with that. Specifically, if you're into a service type business, if you're a plumber, electrician, HVAC, things like that, where you've got travel time, right, from say home base, let's call it, to the new residential area. Maybe it's a little bit further away from home base. Well, of course, there's costs associated with that. So you want to make sure you consider that when you are pricing jobs in that area. So for example, you might do normal pricing you would do, and then you add 1% or a 0.5% or whatever it is to make sure you still stay at those margins you want, to make sure your profitability is still where it needs to be. This is one of the things I see people do. They expand and they're taking on those additional costs associated with that, the extra travel and things like that, and they don't adjust their pricing. And so now their profitability actually drops, which we don't want, of course. It's not just the cost of the gas and wear and tear on your vehicles. Think about this. While your guys or girls, your techs are out driving, that's additional time that they're on the clock for you, so you're paying them, but they're not billing that time to customers. So that's an important consideration. So that's something you should definitely look into doing. One way around that is, if you have some of your techs that live in that general area, is let them take your company vehicle home for the night. And so that way there's less of that travel. They'll like it too. They won't have to come into the home office and all that kind of stuff. But that's something that's important, so you should definitely consider. The other thing is, a lot of you have probably heard of this, but you can use geofencing. Specifically on Facebook, you can use it. There's a lot of different ways you can use it with Google and things like that as well. But essentially what it is, if you're unfamiliar, is you can basically place a pin on a map and then make a radius, a circle around that to say, okay, in this 5-mile radius, I want to target people specifically in this 5-mile radius, or 10, or whatever it is. And then you can be even more specific. So you can say, I want homeowners and that have interest in, maybe the brands that you sell in your HVAC business or something like that, right? You can make it very specific anyway and target that area. So as you're expanding to that area and you really want to get more business, say you bought a new truck and you're expanding into that new suburb of your city, is devote some of your marketing budget to just in that area, right? Geofence that area and really target it. Maybe you have an introductory, hey, we're moving into the neighborhood. We'd love to have you as the customer. And so, your first visit is X% off, or $20 off, or a free inspection, or, something like that. Easy ways to do that. So those are things to consider when you're expanding. First and foremost, make sure that your pricing reflects the additional costs that you're taking on with that expansion, as I mentioned earlier. So again, if this is something that interests you, go out and check out MrBizProgram.com. It's a 5-week program. We help you operate your business more profitably, more efficiently, help you improve your cash flow, increase revenue, show you how to put together a budget, all sorts of different things. Again, you can go check it out at MrBizProgram.com. Thanks, guys, for watching. We will be in touch. I will see you again live soon. So have a great weekend, and we'll talk soon. See you guys.